Rani, who has been campaigning and camping there in Uttar Pradesh for several days and weeks now. Ma'am, first of all, congratulations for Amethi. 4 out of 5. It's a historic victory.
I think it's a victory not only for Narendra Bhai's leadership, it's also a victory for Amit Bhai's Sangathan Kaushal, as we call it, the organizational skills that he displayed across Uttar Pradesh. It is a victory of people who were taken for far too long for granted by political organizations like the Congress, the SP and the BSP. There was a belief that this is a vote bank you can depend on, even if you don't deliver on promises of development. I think the fact that this victory is significant from that perspective, that in a democracy, if you don't deliver on promises on which you fought the election, then the Janta Janardhan is very quick to punish you.
The fact that Smriti Irani also was relentlessly visiting Amethi, this is not just anti-incumbency or whatever you may call against Rahul Gandhi, it's also a victory for you personally.
In 2014, when the Honorable Prime Minister gave his last electoral campaign speeches in Amethi, there was a resounding cry from the people. They said, Amethi hai taiyar, ab ki baar Modi Sarkar. And I think the indication was not only Modi Sarkar at the centre, but also Modi Sarkar in UP. And what was significant was the shivers went down the Congress camp that these are people that we believe would never shy away from just supporting the Gandhi family. The fact that there was a resounding support for Narendra Modi's leadership in the Gandhi bastion tells you how redundant they are for their own political organization and for their own electorate.
Ma'am, I interviewed you during the course of your campaign trail in Lucknow, and you had given me the sense that the UP ke ladke perhaps are failing miserably. You had that sense from the ground. Do you think this is just some kind of caste combination that the BJP has got it right, or there's much more to it?
I think the fact that people across castes and religions have voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party is extremely significant, because for too long the Bharatiya Janata Party campaign was facing the onslaught of certain pockets, not only in the media but also those who wanted to analyze our approach in this elections. They were of the belief that nahi ye aapko combination theek nahi baithega, and they found it, they were praising Akhilesh, Dimple, Priyanka and Rahul in very glowing terms, as though they're going to land some historic victory. Everybody who was connected to the ground knew that this is a fallacy, but we were waiting for election day to kind of express what we actually felt and what we were witnessing on the ground.
Is this a vindication of Narendra Modi's work? A referendum, everybody who was saying that this is mid-term referendum, it's a very popular phrase now.
I think that Amit Shah was vehement when he was asked that would this be a decisive mandate pro or against demonetization, and I think in an interview he said that I'm willing to accept this as a people's reflection of their confidence in Narendra Modi, and wow, what a reflection. But I also think what is important here is that something which is not brought up in any TV studios possibly right now is that this campaign was mounted as this the new generation in the Samajwadi Party and the Gandhi family, the siblings, and in fact, why only blame Rahul? Ghulam Nabi Azad Sahab has publicly declared that this strategy was Priyanka's, and there was sections of the media which says Dimple is the answer. I guess the whitewash in itself is reflective that no matter how many paper tigers you put up, ultimately the people want to vote.
So Priyanka Gandhi was a paper tiger, is a paper tiger perhaps?
This is a I think manifestation of the people's belief of who's a paper tiger, who's not. This is a manifestation of people's confidence in Narendra Modi's ability to deliver on promises of development. And if you analyze the entire graph of the election campaign, grew from every speech of Narendra Bhai.
Would you think that it's all right to make these strategies and be a backroom person, but it takes a lot of guts to enter the heat and dust of election? She was being tom-tommed perhaps for what she could not really
I think that there is a very clear mandate within the Congress party, and that is for them to reflect on that if it is a victory, then it's theirs, and if it's a defeat, then it's everybody else's fault. But that for us is not an issue, because it's for them to introspect. I mean, how much more defeat is viable for them before they have a wake-up call. For us, it's a matter of jubilation if the Gandhi siblings lead.
All right.
But I think more than anything else, one has to say that this is a manifestation also of Amit Shah's capacity to deliver on not only electoral issues but even the small issues which are considered insignificant at the national space. So the fact that from a victory in Odisha onto a massive historical win in UP, he has established himself that he complements Narendra Modi's leadership and his efforts in the centre best through the organisation.
Smriti Irani, congratulations to you as well. Thank you so much for speaking to us.